welcome to yet another exciting episode of People and Power podcast right here on Afrozam Radio. My name is KRP Classic Kusanta Ntangi Chilewe, and today I'm joined by somebody who is not a stranger to being on camera. She's an artist, she's a fashion designer, and so much more. Her name is Khemelo. Khemelo, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, KP. And you're hype when calling me all the time. Like, even when you call me on stage, I know that this is gonna be a powerful come-up stage. Like, I don't know what you call it.
An intro, like you need a hype man. Yeah. Everybody needs a hype man.
Yeah, and you are that hype man. Like every time you call me up. But thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
It's been a minute. You've been away.
Yes.
Even your social media has been a bit on the low side.
Yeah.
What's been happening?
Well, it's because of school mainly. I've been in a fashion design and textile technology school, and it's been taking up much of my time. And also on social media, I feel like being in a situation where I've been like off school, like high school, for 5 years now, and what I did while I was off school was also another phase of development in my own character. And when I went to school, I discovered that these other people thinking at a different wavelength. They are socializing in a different way. And of course, as a being, you are indulging. As you are receiving, you are also giving part of your energy, because that's what we are about as beings. And exchanging so much energies in that campus actually allowed me to embody who I really am. So it's kind of been a transitional year, and school helped me find a part of me that I knew existed but was so dormant.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look back at the time that you spent in school, do you think it was worth it?
Yeah.
Leaving everything behind and focusing entirely on fashion and design? Yeah,
because actually the music industry feeds so much on fashion.
Yeah.
And we, the designers, actually in charge of putting these things, setting these trends up. You know, we design something and maybe somebody tries to customize it, but that's another designer that's customizing these things. So we are in charge of the trend setting and all of those things. So in music videos, once you start a trend, like there's someone out there just said, you know what, I think let's take back the old designs, and refashion them, So somebody does that, and we see now vintage is the only way out. Yeah, so it's part of like a huge role in the music industry or the entertainment industry at large, and it gives you as an artist so much diversity and so much exposure to working with different brands, different people, because as a designer, you're not only limited to artists. You also have movies and series that are being
created.
Just
people that want to dress nicely
and Chilangamilos right now are like really hard. But for someone who's dealing with entertainment, I would like to go heavy on the side where I'm gonna get connection with people that are airing movies that want some designs in their new movie or series, whatever it is that's up, and I can maybe get like a chance to have my song as an intro, and I'm getting paid.
I can make more connections as you're doing it. You're trying to sell them the fabrics, and the clothes. But once you make those connections using this new skill that you've owned, you can actually get, even your music, it can actually feed off each other.
Exactly.
If your music blows up, it can push your designs, because you wear your own clothes in your own music videos. And you can tag your store where people can order the clothes. On your YouTube channel, on your description, it can be like there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your music.
Yeah, okay.
Is it last week or the other week you were in Quito for, what was that event?
That was the Toxic Joe Affair.
What was it about?
So the Toxic Joe Affair is like, there's a DJ, DJ Joe, and shout out to you, DJ. And he has these toxic affairs at clubs. Yeah.
What are they about? Like toxic affair, like?
So it's just like, where you have good music, like good house groove, and then it's mixed into like club amapiano.
Yeah.
And it's just a vibe. So you just want to get drunk, feel lit, and it's a toxic affair because, the following morning you're going to wake up with a bad hangover and your head is like, why did I do this?
You performed some of your music at the affair.
I did like perform my music, and I have the videos. Actually, the videos were edited by the same guys that were there.
Okay.
And it's a very dope video, but I'm just like in a
I think we'll tag them. At this stage of the video, there will be somewhere up here or somewhere there.
Yeah.
On YouTube, you can click on that and watch the videos.
Expose a bit because, we are here on the show. So yeah, I did perform my music, and it was a vibe. It made me understand to say, you know that saying in the Bible that says a prophet is only respected.
It's not respected in their town.
Yes.
Like in your town, people would think.
Yeah.
But out
like
there,
some
people
the
appreciate what
some
you're
type
doing.
of way when like you ask them to vibe with you. Like for example, when I come up on stage and say, "Melo, we wanna party," and then very few people will get the courage to say, "Melo, we wanna party," because they
Like
wanna
that
feel-
gets to you. That gets to you.
No. That doesn't really get to me. It's just like the vibe that's in the audience, you know.
Yeah.
And when I'm in Kitwe, this is
Yeah.
a new town, and I say, "Melo, we wanna party," and they're
The
like,
people actually.
they are hyped.
They
Like,
actually.
yeah, we
they
wanna
wanna
party
with
because
you.
I think this is giving a vibe. But to a certain extent, people care about how other people feel.
Yeah.
But regardless, as I have noticed, what I noticed when I perform on stage, I still did it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna remind you, like, yeah, Melo is an artist, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you thinking, like, okay, you know what? What does it like? It doesn't hurt to give vibe to someone, and every time they'll keep on coming up with it.
Do you know how I look at it?
Yeah,
Like it's like those moments
yeah.
will make it sweeter when you're like have
Yeah.
10,000 people in an arena.
Like I remember when
it will
30
be
people.
worth it. You understand? Like you understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
If it happens overnight, you wouldn't appreciate it.
No.
But when you feel the grind as you rise to the top, it'll be better.
Yeah.
In the long run, you'll be like, yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah.
So like you cherish every moment. For me, I feel like you've seen it when we're at events.
What?
When we go to events.
Yeah.
How I'm like hyped regardless of how many points.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like it's like
And give it your all. Like for me, when I'm performing, like I stand up there and I'm like, Melo, you never have a chance to perform around these faces again. What you do now carries impact. Even if it's one video clip that's gonna have 30 seconds and they're gonna share it on their stories, somebody's gonna see.
And you know, it's very unfair to the people that actually believe in you. This is what I tell every artist. When you're at an event, there are like 5 people who for them, they get your energy. These are the first believers. They get your energy. They understand. They're like, you guys, we're going to start here.
Yeah.
Those people. So if everybody else is not feeling you, but you've got those 5 people, because those actually tap into your energy at the end, them like, we are here. We know how big this is.
Yeah.
It's our people.
I have a friend. She's like really, really into her music like that.
Yeah.
And this is like Tehila J. I think you should listen to her. She's got like nice rhythm and blues. And this girl is one like girl that would make music. And when she makes music, she will create like a small concert.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter even if it's like 10, 15, 30 people that show up. As she'd rather have those few people feeling her energy and really supporting what she's up to.
Yeah.
And as the crowd grows, she will look at it like, okay, this is where I come from. And I think I really appreciate that because that's very, very, very good. And that's very, very powerful because you acknowledge your tribe. And it's something sentimental for me. And I feel like that's something I'm trying to, and like...
Do you know how you get to that position? Is if you do not really care about validation from other people.
That's true. And that's what I'm trying to practice.
Yes, like you actually believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're so like sold to this idea.
Yeah.
And then the people that believe are just a compliment.
Yeah.
Even if there was no one, you'd still do it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a mentality you need on the come up. That's a mentality that, because people don't do it because they are waiting for people to validate them. But if you consistently do it, everybody will eventually, even the people that don't mess with you eventually will.
Oh, mess, yeah. That's
Eventually,
true.
it will be them that will actually even tell
Time
them
will,
that
like,
yeah.
Time will change the way people perceive you. But it's what you do now when they don't even perceive you in a certain way. Because if you really like sit down and wait, because I create music, right? And some people have an opinion of the way I release music.
Yeah.
But
I have had an opinion about how you release music. I'm like, you're not putting out enough content.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you put out another song?
Why did you? Yeah. But for me, it's more like I believe much more in finding myself and trying to like work on me more than the outer ego that comes with being Khemelo or being a star and all of those things. And I try to, as much as possible, try to stay balanced with myself. And that's why right now I feel like, I want to be this. And I don't know how long the dream is going to take because maybe right now I'm like the Egyptians who were like, they're out of the 40 years, they're just in the wilderness. And for like, I'm not saying I'm gonna wait 40 years, but I'm just saying my patience and my resilience relies on the fact that I can be in the wilderness for 40 years
And
if
you
I
still
don't heal.
Yeah.
And one thing, you need to heal your soul. And
How do you do that though?
you have to face whatever it is that you need to face. Don't run away from it, because the problem is that we people and human beings, we tend to do escapism, and I've been a victim of escapism. And it's like every time you go back to being sober, trust me, or every time you like leave your little honeymoon where you believed like no,
Yeah.
everything is okay, you come back to the ground, you touch the ground, and you believe to say, I've got skeletons in my closet that I need to face.
Like most people, like people would be watching us and would be listening to us, might be wondering, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with, there's certain things that you just have to escape from. You can't take it. Maybe the shame is too much. Maybe the pain is too much.
Sometimes speak to yourself.
That's why people escape and maybe start vices.
That's why I'm saying, like, you speak to yourself. Try to like stay within and stay balanced within. So speak to yourself. Ask yourself, this thing that is like tormenting me, that is putting my mind at non-rest, it's putting me in like in a deep rest mode. Like I have to like get into deep rest, So I ask myself, like, okay, how does it make me feel? And how do I take it? What is my question? Sometimes you don't even have to confront the people in the situation, but you have to confront yourself on how you feel. Be honest with your emotions. Feel what you need to feel. Allow yourself to like take emotions. You don't have to show it to the world to say you are feeling these emotions. Sometimes people take pain differently. If yours is to show it to the world, you show it to the world.
That's how you deal with it.
That's how you deal with it. But
just make sure it doesn't break you.
Yeah. But honestly, pain is when you deal with it alone. And that's the only way you can heal. Because these other people, no matter how much advice they're going to give you, they don't know what you're feeling. You know how you feel. Be honest to yourself. How do I feel about this? How does it relate with me? How does it express? How does it like deprive me from being the real me? How does it decline me from being my highest self?
Yeah.
So you ask yourself those questions, and it has helped me a lot. And right now, I feel like this year was that year where I decipher so many parts of me. I've lived different experiences of my life right now.
Do you think you're in a better position now than you were at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, mentally,
what has changed?
Physically, my mindset. I had to remember who I really am, and I think I'm just remembering who I am, who I was. I'm becoming one with my purpose. Okay. This is what I've been called to do, and I don't want to say much of it. You guys will see me as we go, and
you don't
I'm
want
just
to preempt too much.
No. I'm believing in what God is doing for me, and when God is the driver, you have no control.
Okay.
He's just taking you on this amazing trip, and he's just like, I have plans to prosper you, not to hurt you, but to prosper you. So let go and let God.
Okay, that's amazing. Are you strong on religion? Like, are you big on religion?
Well, I had to say I'm strong on religion, but I'm strong on spirituality.
What's the difference, though?
Religion strips you off the real spirituality.
How?
Because with the way that religion is moving right now, honestly, most of it is like,
yeah, man.
We are more for the people than for God. We're serving the people than we're serving God. Yes, we believe that I'm like going to church and that what's this, but there's certain people that go to church because this certain pastor preaches at this church.
Yeah.
Then there's some churches that are doing it for business. There's some churches that are being righteous than all these other churches.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a conflict amongst themselves. And also, let's just not speak about Christianity. We'll speak because religion is like broad.
What I want to find out is what's the difference between spiritualism and religion? Like, which one is better? Which one would you encourage people to practice?
Well, honestly, whatever you choose to practice as a being while you are here on earth is your choice, because in this lifetime, there'll never be another Kusanta.
Yeah.
There'll never be another KIP.
Yeah.
You write your own history. God has given you the freedom to be who you want to be. It's up to you to get in line with who you think you are in this world, or in this world that we live in. Even like, I'm gonna go back to script, because scripture is what I've grown up on, and that's like something that the wisdom that my grandma
important to you.
has passed on to me. So scripture reminds us to say, like, you're in a situation where, oh my God, I'm glitching. It's like retrograde is happening. I just forgot what I was like saying.
We're in the matrix.
Yeah,
that happens.
I tell you now, and like when the moon is under like retrograde, it like messes up with your memory. So
you really believe in these things, the
astrology,
the Pisces, what I hear that stuff.
So that's African spirituality, astrology, numerology.
Is African what?
Spirituality.
Isn't that voodoo?
No. That's the thing. They had to break our backbone. So this is like
how did they break our backbones though? People, when you talk about astrology, you talk about believing in this moon.
I'll like send you
where I come from. Mm-hmm. From the Christians, the Pentecostal side of things, when people start doing that, it's divination, it's dark magic, it's ungodly.
No. To everything, there's good and bad.
Yeah.
That's why even like, let me take for instance.
I'm open-minded enough that I want to learn about it.
Yeah. So since I've talked so much about Christians, let's talk about Muslims. Muslims believe sometimes that when they do something, they believe as long as they make themselves a sacrifice, Allah would like
forget about it.
Yeah. So these people would go with a bomb.
Okay.
And they will go in the middle of something, and like in the middle of a town.
Where they're like innocent people know nothing about it.
And then there'll just be an explosion. What do you call it again?
Suicide bombers.
Yeah. So when they do that, most of them is in the Middle East. That's where you see all these things happening.
Yeah.
And most of them, all that place is crowded by Muslims.
Yeah.
They're good people, very sharing people. But there's also some people
in Saudi and those other sides of that part of the world.
Yeah, but there are also some of the people that are not what?
Let's get rich tip. I'm saying like they're in Saudi. They don't bomb themselves there. They just get rich.
Yeah, they just get rich actually.
In Dubai, they're just about
they're just making money, and they just know that we're together, we are strong and we are powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you have enough money, people respect your culture.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's protecting culture also. Yeah. And then we also have in the Christians way, and if it's in the old times, this was very common. Someone wants to hold on like to a position in church.
Yeah.
But it's so much.
Don't you think it's counterintuitive that you get black magic to keep a religious post?
Exactly. So you see, all of those things, it's like to everything there's good and bad. So even as much as they can be religious people and they say our path is right and this is what we are up to, there's a part of some of them, not all of them of course, but some of them that are not as good. And that's the same thing with African astrology. There are people that practice the positive side of African spirituality, and there are people that practice the dark side of it. And all of it at the end of the day just comes to make
which part of it do you practice?
I'm a starseed. I carry light, brightness. I carry light. And in a room, when I walk in, my aura is light. My aura is joy. And my name, actually my first name, Leticia, means joy. Yeah. So when you see me, you see light. You see the presence of God. You see a reflection of God. Because
how does someone find out what they carry? So there are people that carry darkness, right?
Yeah. And they know having this in themselves to say they carry darkness. And all about them, they practice darkness.
Wow.
It's an ongoing thing.
You know, I feel like people are so diverse and so complex that if you think how you are is how everybody's going to be, you're in for a rude show.
Nope. Yeah. So I'm going to share with you a post that you're going to like put in this video so you can understand. Yeah. So in 1813, there's some prime minister, I don't know, he came to Africa. Yeah. And at the time, Africans were very, very wealthy. This time, Egyptians were making like caskets with gold. Yeah. And they would like build mummies that are set up.
Up to today, I think that people are still discovering that type of stuff.
And when this man comes into Africa, he walks around the face of Africa and he sees that no black man suffers. Then we knew how to farm. Then we knew how to cultivate. Then we knew how to be strong people.
Even how to rear animals, right?
Yeah. And a man's wealth was known by the livestock he has on his land.
God damn, I don't even own land.
You see? So we are breaking down this great history or this great culture that holds so much wealth and we banish it for what somebody else has taught us to live. And that's what I think Christianity is.
Okay.
Yeah. So religion rather. Because I've grown up Christian, so the most
how you can relate to religion is Christianity, because that's what you've practiced most.
So I read the Bible because that is a vital book. It's our daily bread.
It's a best-selling book ever.
Yeah. And it allows us to understand what's really happening, what really was, because everything that was, is, and will be.
Yeah. There's really nothing new.
Yeah.
But maybe the technology, madam. Maybe the technology.
Yeah, technology. But it all just upgrades. There was a different technology that was called technology when they just discovered the emojis.
I didn't think
but as we develop, what does it do?
See how the internet changed us.
Exactly. It's mankind discovering who they really are. And one day, this same discovery that we like to express will end up killing us because we're damaging the earth every single day.
Can I tell you one thing? Like me, I'm an environmentalist.
Yeah.
And people keep saying we're going to kill ourselves. I think man is such a sophisticated species that we might do something that might try to end us, but it can't. Look at COVID. COVID was like, wake up.
Yeah.
COVID was that type of thing that happened to everybody in the world.
True.
There is no corner of the world it didn't touch. It disrupted it. Up to today, we've not recovered. Like the way the world was going, if there was no COVID, today would have been in a different world. From 2020 going forward, the world took a major shift.
What did they mean by lockdown?
I feel like what the lockdown did was they were trying to try out how much authority they have. Can we really control the masses? If you've seen the movies, can we really control the masses? Can they obey? It was like an experiment from what is really coming. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, there's something actually
they were just trying out a global experiment. Can we control the whole
world? So do you also think they also controlled COVID?
Where did COVID go?
Exactly. Thank you. I liked how you express COVID coming to all the corners, but it was like...
Where did you all of a sudden
They decided to open the country now.
I just wanted to
whatever
see
was going on was
bed.
done, and now we wait.
Yeah.
So we're gonna live again, and now there's AI.
Thank God you've even brought up the issue of AI.
Yeah.
For me, I'm somebody that from when ChatGPT just dropped, I was like one of the earliest people to go on and log in.
Yeah.
Before it even had a million users.
You told me about ChatGPT. And now it has changed my life also.
Basically. For the better, right?
Yeah. Positively.
Sometimes I look at it at what of the underlining the people that made it are actually very smart people.
And how
we don't really know the cause. We can have this, but what if it has a darker side, another layer that we're not aware of? And every time we go on there,
it's learning it's interacting with you. The more it's interacting with you,
and it's interacting with everybody in the world. Because I've seen it get smarter.
It is getting smarter.
I've seen it get smarter at a very fast rate. You see how Facebook got smarter from the very first version. Instagram will upload video on Facebook to what it is today. It took long for it to get to where now it is what it is. But ChatGPT, AI, the various applications, the way they improve, like in 1 year, it would have improved what it would have taken 10 years.
Take time to do what is for you. Because once these things come to lockdown again, believe you me, we see these things in Japan.
Yeah.
Where the machines now, the people that are getting jobs like waiters, waitresses, and now there are machines that are just going around. You put in your order, it goes, it brings it back.
It will not bother anybody.
Exactly.
It will not. It will treat the customers way better than the person ever will.
Exactly, because today you're in a mood, tomorrow you're not.
It will never be in a mood. It will
start developing your skills.
And in as much as you would be scared of AI, but I feel like people should be optimistic. The possibilities are endless. The ways you can make money now, it's only limited to your creativity.
True.
You understand? And one thing that I like is that in Parliament right now, are you big on politics?
I'm not that big, but I think I know the post you're trying to talk about. It's when we're talking about monetization in Zambia.
Yes, like our
creators.
Government has actually something that they're heavily talking about in Parliament. Our minister is writing to Meta to say, our people actually are driving traffic to your site, to your platforms. Millions of people are actually spending time. And you're making money to your advertisers. Why aren't our people getting a share of that?
Yeah.
So I feel content, if you can find content that people can actually tune in and watch, like what we're doing right now, if you can do this and consistently do it, because why people fail to make content? They think you do it once and it's going to change your life all of a sudden. No, it has to become a lifestyle. You have to work either way. Even if you're
there's no two ways about it.
There's no shortcut.
You pray for something, but the next thing is, what are you doing about it?
even content, if you don't have the time to record, edit, distribute,
Yeah.
record, edit, distribute, share, record, edit, distribute. Like if you can't do that 100 times.
And also, one thing that I think lets people not create with consistency. This is something that I learned also. So always learn to find your niche. Know what is your content. Know what you're good at. Know what you want people to know you for. Like once we hear the name Khemelo, what is Khemelo about? Okay, she's a designer. She's an artist. She's a performing artist. She's a singer. She's a writer. What is my content about? Is it displayed in a sense that when somebody looks at my page, they see a designer? Is it like in a state where when somebody opens my page, they see a singer, So things like that also matter. So when you create content, it will be flawless and it will be consistent when you do something that
you actually
know
like
and
you're passionate about, because you will not feel the pressure of making content. Because
exactly.
I saw this guy on YouTube. He's like DIY dad.
Okay.
He makes just do it yourself.
Home, yeah.
Home, but he films it, edits it, and puts it out. And he's got like millions of subscribers, and the videos really
DIY
do well.
actually.
But when he started, he didn't do it for the numbers. It was never about the numbers.
No.
It was just about do it yourself. What dads can, like, there are things that happen in the house.
Yeah.
No, the sink is leaking. What can you do before you call a plumber? Like, it teaches people to do that.
And when you get numbers overnight, I feel like it's mostly distractive.
Yes. And it puts so much stress on you.
Yeah. So I made a video, because just out of like fun, I made a video on my TikTok. So because, every single time we're like in our dorms and all of that stuff, and you're scrolling on TikTok and you hear someone's like, Vatupin, and I'm like,
I saw that video.
Right.
Wow. Why did I forget to talk about this?
Yeah, right. So I'm going to talk about it myself because, I want to talk about it, yeah, right? So I make that video. I'm like, you know what? I've had too much of this girl. Like, she be
hating.
She be hating right now because, like, we understand
she wants to control how people live their own lives.
Yeah, and we. I
don't think anybody has the power to tell people how they should live their lives.
But I feel like that was not my script, and so many people out there, but I had to say because I'm so much of a free spirit, guys. If anyone that knows me,
did you mean what you said on that video?
What?
Did you mean what you said? Your response, was it like heartfelt?
Well, I was just saying some things just to like also backlash, and some things, it's
Do you think that video was gonna go viral when I
just made it? No, I was just like making it to say, you know what? I'm tired of this girl. Let me just say something, And then I went offline and I came back and it was like. Actually, it was like a Friday night and I had gone out. Yeah.
You went out after you made the video?
Yeah, because I was heading out, right?
Yeah.
And I was doing my makeup.
I could see your makeup was on point.
So I was doing my makeup and then I'm like, I'm scrolling, like, sometimes just like scrolling on TikTok. You're maybe listening to music, but that time I'm like scrolling on my TikTok, trying to get ready. So, okay, cool. And I'm like, guys. We can't even groove in peace. And I have someone like, I'm going for groove right now. And then I made this video and I'm just like, you know what? Let me actually respond. And I had like been drinking before. And so we were still like in the vibe to say, you know what? I'm still going to.
You're feeling good.
Yeah, exactly. And I make that video. The next thing I know, it's blown out of proportion. And something told me to say, take down this video. But the adrenaline that comes with like.
What? Did you take it down?
Yeah, it's now like just for me to view. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Well, I felt like when I said like this year has been so transitioning. Yeah, to a point whereby I experienced different phases of life in just like one short year, and all of them taught me something. They taught me to redefine myself and who I really am. Yeah. So when I looked at that video again, like, because now at this point, I just don't know what happened. Like, you like you've been in deep sleep.
Yeah.
Then someone just wakes you up like, hey, wake up. Yeah. And then I felt like that, and I'm just like, I need to stop drinking alcohol.
You no longer drink alcohol?
Yeah, I'm no longer drinking alcohol.
Okay.
So,
what is alcohol doing to you?
Alcohol is like a soul-stealing product, and I never knew it did that to me. That like it would steal my real being and define me to be just like everybody else. Way like you're just living like everybody else in the matrix.
And you didn't want to continue living like that?
No. Spirit had to wake me up to say, you know what? It's okay to have fun. It's okay to have a good time.